welcome to motherfucking Hydra's teeth. Where we chop your fucking dick off.
And talk about comics here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucking white dude's mic. And this brown dude due to certain fucking social policies and anxieties that colored folk have nowadays. I can't really say who I am. But I'm friendly.
He is.
My thumb looks crooked, man.
Yeah. I swear it looks fucking crooked. Anyway.
Yo, we're crooked.
We are crooked.
What are we talking about on the show today, Mike?
Well, I'm going to be talking about Edge of the SpiderVerse.
Popular opinion would say Spider-Man's a fucking douchebag.
Generally, I would agree with that. Terrible writing. Except for Edge of the SpiderVerse, which is actually very, very good.
What is the Spider-Verse, my friend?
It's the multiverse of spiders. When you break it down.
You just literally took Spider-Verse, replaced Spider with multi.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound like an explanation.
No, it doesn't. Essentially, the storyline is that a group of beings are hunting down all the Spider-Men across all the various Spider universes.
And group?
Yeah, a whole group of them.
I thought it was just one dude.
Yeah, I thought it was one dude too.
Damn.
Spoilers.
Oh, unless this guy's getting all his, what's his name too, man, that prickhead. There you go, Scott, some other shit you can embarrass with us. Just find out that fucking, the main villain from the Spider-Verse, I can't remember Dickweed's name.
Venom?
No, man. Either or, this guy's a righteous fucking cunt.
The villain?
Yeah.
No, he's like a skis bag. They're all skis bags.
Which is also a righteous cunt.
Yeah, you're true.
Like,
Anyway.
that's such a broad definition of a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, righteous cunt, I think you can fall into being obnoxious, pompous, arrogant, ignorant, just anything you could really throw into that, man.
Yeah, true. Anyway.
Anyways.
So, they're hunting down all the various Spider-Men across all the various universes. And the superior Spider-Man, which is Dr. Octopus inside of Spider-Man's head, decides that he's going to take them all on. So essentially the Edge of Spider-Verse covers a whole range of issues, like individual comic books. Some of them from established line, like the ongoing Spider-Man. They restarted Superior Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099 is in there as well. And essentially he's rounding everybody up, Spider-Man across the entire universes, and to essentially kick these guys' asses. And it's actually really well written. Essentially what it is that it is it's spread across a whole bunch of various different comic book runs. So the one new one is what's called the Edge of the SpiderVerse. And it covers essentially random Spider-Man across the different universes.
I was gonna guess.
Yeah.
It covers the Edge of the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. So you get Spider-Man Noir, who was established before.
Yes.
They bring him back. A really good issue.
And for you racist fucks, it's not Black Spider-Man, it's just Spider-Man Noir. It's like LA Noir type of genre.
Yeah, 1930s.
Give or
1920s, give or take. You get Gwen Stacy, who is now Spider-Woman in one of the universes. That's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, actually I've heard a lot of people raving about Gwen Stacy as Spider-Woman.
Yeah, it's well written, the art's really good, and they confirmed they're bringing it next year. A full series.
Bringing it like the movie just bring it, or bringing it like they're making a series?
A little bit of both. Which is sweet. I'm looking for it. Same writer, same artist, so it's going to have the exact same feel as the.
Who's the primary writer on the Spider-Verse? Is it still Slott or what?
No, it's a little bit of everybody. That's the one thing that's good about the Edges of the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
It's written by everybody.
Nice.
And surprisingly, everyone who writes it, they're not hack. There's no hackery in this series. I have yet to read one of the issues that I go, oh. This run has no hack writing.
No hack writing?
No hack writing. I've read through pretty much every single issue that's been out so far.
That's a bold statement considering it's a Marvel comic.
I was pleasantly surprised.
No hack writing.
No hack writing. I went through every single issue. And every single one made sense. There was no moments in any of those issues I went, oh.
If I read this, because I have them, I just haven't gotten around to reading them yet.
No, you're not going to be disappointed.
I will spam the shit out of our own fucking viewing shit and fucking I'll comment bad comments, man.
It's good. It's everything's written really good. Really good characters. You're going to see, if you know a little bit about Spider-Man lore, you're going to see really cool variants. You're going to see variants that you knew existed but never really had much interaction with. Like Spider-Ham shows up, or like Peter Parker's like a pig.
Yeah.
He shows up halfway through. A whole bunch of new characters that you've never seen before. Some of them get like killed halfway through because they're always being hunted. So some of them make it, some of them don't. So only by the very end do you realize whether or not they made it or not. So
spoiler alert: does Spider Pig get killed?
No, I don't, not yet.
You would assume the villain's a white dude, though, isn't he?
No, there are a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of that main guy.
Oh, okay,
that one main guy in the scuba helmet. You don't know what he is. You don't know what color he just is, and there's a whole bunch of other people.
In the dark, there, it's probably like Peter Parker, but nonetheless, Peter Parker's still white.
True.
You would assume white people who love bacon would kill Spider-Hog.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not dead yet. But what's going to happen is that it's Edge of the Spider-Verse, and then I believe starting next month we're going into the actual Spider-Verse. So a whole bunch of mini runs, a whole bunch of issues, a whole bunch of...
Do we gotta take a telephone booth to get into the Spider-Verse?
No. All you have to do is come by your shop and pick up some issues.
What? Are we doing shameless promotions?
Yes, we are doing shameless promotion.
I don't shamelessly promote nothing, man.
Well, I'll do the shameless promoting. How's that sound?
Your shame still affects me, man.
Okay.
We're one and the same, you and I.
I know. So, anyway, if you're any type of Spider-Man fan, pick up Edge of the Spider-Verse. It's all in individual issues, kind of spread out a whole bunch of different comic book runs, but I'm pretty sure a trade paperback will be showing up soon if you've missed a boat on most of them.
Marvel's been pretty fast with their trades, but they drop them in hardcover first so they can squeeze you with a couple extra dollars, and then like months later they drop the trades.
Well, I would say, but for the quality of what these stories have been so far, I would even say go for the hardcover. There's no bum stories in this one so far. Everything's been spot on. Everything's been pretty interesting. So.
Really?
Yeah. I was kind of looking for anything wrong. Nothing wrong.
Nothing.
I would slam it if I could slam it, but I can't. There's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong there. It's all really good writing, really good stories, and a really, really cool concept. Like smashing a whole bunch of variants together.
So how many times better than the Death of Wolverine is it?
That's an impossible question because Death of Wolverine's terrible. We can't multiply anything by 0.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I know.
Death of Wolverine sucked.
It did. I completely forgot. I made a mistake last episode.
Stop again.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I made a mistake last episode.
We made tons of mistakes.
I know, I made tons of mistakes.
We're doing the TV show.
Yeah.
Iron Moore?
I'll call you out.
There we go.
There.
I'll
So,
do fact checking.
it has to do with HeavyMetal.
HeavyMetal.
I was referring to the Rage graphic novel that was printed. I was saying it was back in 1995. I was wrong. Can you hide yourself now? It was actually printed.
You were wrong. It had nothing to do with this.
I know. It was printed in July of 2008. Volume 32, number 3, and the authors were Takayan and Mook were the author and the artist.
Okay, you know if you're wrong about this too, that's going to make you really dumb.
I don't fucking care anymore.
What else did we get wrong last week?
It was mainly that. Anyway, yeah, so I made that mistake. I'll just make sure because I really, really enjoy that graphic novel. I want more people to read it. It's a really good issue. And if I stay on just HeavyMetal for just one more second, the one thing I forgot to add last week was read HeavyMetal if you're a fan of scantily clad women, extreme violence, and big guns. That's HeavyMetal, man.
So if you're a closet homosexual, HeavyMetal's good for you.
Pick it up.
Actually, I shouldn't say that, should I? Scott, can we blank that?
Absolutely.
Just blank that, blank. You know what I'm saying? When a closet homosexual, you can blank that out.
And that.
And then play the rest of it.
And this.
What do you mean?
Well, you want the part where you're asking me to blank at the part where you talk about homosexuals, or else people know you said the word.
I don't want to come off as a gay basher, because that's already twice we made gay
And also you need to
comments.
blank out you saying homosexual, then me saying homosexual,
Yeah,
and
so
then me
let's
saying
stop
homosexual.
saying homosexual. Say faggot from now on.
Okay, good.
So we're going to go with fag?
Faggot. Fag's a jerk. Faggot is bad slang for women.
Faggot isn't a jerk. I thought faggot was a collection of sticks.
No.
It's-
Maybe in
it's
Britain.
true.
We're in Canada here.
We're a colony.
No.
Fuck the colonies anyways, man. Fuck the Queen. Here, I got a review on the Queen. Queen, you're fucking useless. And I got something news for you. Your whole institution's fucking useless, and you guys are a bunch of scammers. Eventually, people are going to realize that you're doing nothing except putting dick in their asses. Punk ass bitch. Like, I don't get it, man. if motherfuckers is vexed up with aliens because they got like, don't the aliens have a queen mind too, a hive mind type deal? Then how the fuck is it cool if humans do the same damn thing, man? If the aliens ain't allowed to do it on our shit, then neither should the queen. Get the fuck off my shit. I'm sick of looking at her on every time I don't have a dog. Punk ass bitch. Fuck her. And fuck Harper. I wish there was a comic with the two of them just sucking dick. Unless they like dick. Then they can eat more of the same. Well, like none of they're fucking assholes. But that's not a comic review, so we gotta stay on target here.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
What are you laughing at, man?
Nothing.
What's next?
Crossed.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm reviewing this now, aren't I?
I guess you are.
Alright, so a few years ago, there was a series written by Garth Ennis. If you don't know who Garth Ennis is, if you read a comic book where at least 50 people have died, that's probably Garth Ennis. So, now, the reason why I read it, because I don't usually like zombie-type stories. Because zombies are, like, really fucking stupid. And then it's like, oh, no, but it's the play on humans and how humans interact with each other in a post-apocalyptic world and all this other shit. And that's usually kind of fucking stupid. But there was too much going on, man. Too many people were coming in here, and it's like just, you know, you get the weird guys that come in here and they're like, yo, I like watching people getting fucking destroyed. So you suggest to them cross, and then they come back later and like, yo, that series is wild, man, but it's deeper than the violence. I'm like, what do you mean it's deeper than the violence? Like, every time I flip through the fucking thing, it's just non-stop violence. Like, Jesus, there was one where I was flipping through, and then there was a skinny dude and this fat bitch in like a... what looked like a motor explosion there. Ben, what's the fucking called again? Impact zone. The crater.
Ground zero?
Yeah. Oh no, fuck. We're getting too specific here. Either way, there was a crater from an explosion. Is what it looked like they were fucking in. But either way, this guy was like knee deep, elbow deep into this girl's pussy, and they were both crossed. Anyways, not going too deep. So like it's hard for me to sit there and be like, yeah, it's definitely outside of nothing but violence. So I read it, and in conclusion, it is essentially speaking nothing but gratuitous violence. But the thing about it, where people are getting confused, is every once in a while Garth Ennis writes down this fucking thought bubble that's just mind-boggling. No, it's true. Like, I think people are like, oh man, look, it's just to show you that the extreme violence that humans can be capable of, or whatever. But from both sides, the humans and the cross, the humans are just as fucked. So, but essentially speaking, so in this world, something happens. It's not like the guys die to turn into zombies. It's just the minute they come in contact with what looks like any sort of bodily fluid from infected person, so someone who's what they refer to as crossed, they become crossed, and some searing flesh of a cross shows up on their face. And then next thing you know, they just submit to their wildest, most violent inhibitions, and they pretty much like, this is not for the lighthearted, man, like, or lighthearted, still works, whatever. Like, there's some fucked up imagery in here, and there's some fucked up concepts behind it too. Some things that they've done in other places too, but they just magnify it. Like, you know how you always run in. There's certain situations, certain comics where it's like adult versus child, right? Whereas the adult's in a position where the child's kind of fucked in the head, and he has to figure out whether or not to offload the dead weight or try to take the burden on it, you know. Since in society today now, everyone's like, oh, we gotta love our children, which I find is the funniest fucking thing in the universe, considering how many kids are orphaned or get sent into systems where no one actually gives a fuck about them. So I think it's kind of a dumbass attitude anyways. But either or, this one they had to pop up, like, I think it was like 8 kids there.
8 or 9, yeah.
8 or 9. So, but either or, like, it's gonna make you have one feeling or another about what happens, unless you're me and you have no heart except for one person who we won't name, comic and other thing. So, either or, Cross is still fucking, for the most part, it's pretty good. Like I said, you'll flip through it, and at least once in every comic. So, well, not a trade paperback. You'll get it like 6 or 7 times. There's a really cool speech bubble that Garth Ennis pops up. But what I mean by a speech bubble is just like a train of thought that just happens. And like, fuck, I think there was like 2 or 3 of them in here. The one time where the guy's just sitting out there in the wild with a couple of the survivors, and he was talking about how in the world that he lives in right now, with what's going on with society, how it all fall apart and everything like that. He was saying that was like the first time he actually enjoyed living, essentially speaking, right? But what's cool about it was like, it was an inner monologue, and he was like, "Yo, this was a thought I shared with no one in a time that never happened," type of deal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so it was like, there's some pretty cool lines and some pretty cool stories too. Like, so the first one was kind of just like follows this one dude, and that was written by Garth Ennis, and I think Jason Barrows does all the art for it. I don't know why we're putting that up anymore. We got fucking Scotty over here.
Sitting there.
Yeah, apparently he's taken our request of him doing something to the extreme, and he's decided to plus his work effort by 5%, which brings it to a total of 6. So, but then the second one is David Lapham, and depending on who you speak to, because both of these guys tend to write a lot for Crossed. Depending on who you speak to, some people like Lamp more than Ennis. The Lapham version. Again, this is completely separate stories. I don't think they have any reoccurring characters whatsoever yet.
Later on they do, but not in the first few.
Yeah. So apparently in some of the other ones, and I would assume the reoccurring characters happen in the original art writers, like when they go back to it. So Garth Ennis gets Garth Ennis characters. So. Either or, this one, the first one Lapham wrote was Family Values. I thought Family Values as a whole was better than the first Cross Garth Ennis wrote. Not because Garth Ennis didn't do a good job with it, just because Family Values had a story inside of a story. It follows this family, like they're like a farming type family, and there's a lot of fucked up shit going on with that family prior to the Cross coming around, and then it sort of takes the evolution of the family into the Cross universe. So. In a whole, like, I thought that one was a bit better. But for the most part, both of them were really enjoyable, but that's probably because I have a sick, twisted fucking mind. But they were very enjoyable. So if you're fucked in the head, which you probably are if you're still watching this, you should definitely check out Crossed. So, that's something else you shouldn't check out is Death of Wolverine. So I can't. Anything pops claws out of their fucking hands anymore, I'm gonna fucking get upset about, man. So it's just stupid. It's just dumb.
I've noticed, I've seen Cross for a while. How long has it been out for? Like a couple years now. It's been a while.
The first couple of Cross came out when we had the shop was still open. So like I'm gonna guess like about 3 years.
3 years or something.
Yeah, but Scott's gonna probably he'll find the notes and he'll report it.
Yeah, down there or whatever.
I mean down there. It usually shows up on the fucking screen. Like usually in the middle.
Oh, sorry. Round there.
Well,
over here
when we
and
were
over
wrong,
here.
When we were wrong about the writer of Sex Criminals there when I was saying it was fucking. Who did I say it was?
It was Matt Fraction.
I know it's Matt Fraction. I said it was the other one, Hickman.
Yeah, right.
Either or. That scrolled up, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it was all over the fucking place.
Anyway, so I noticed
Yeah.
it. I noticed it a couple years ago, and I've always stayed away from Cross just because it looked to me just like weird, like violent, like porn or something like that. It just looked so over the top. I couldn't stay. Like every month, another like whole, there's like so many. But then like for me, it was like one like whenever I'm looking in previews, it always seems like a 2-page spread of like multiple different runs of it. I was like, there's so much of it. Like it almost seems like they're just jamming it out there for no reason.
It does, but when you actually read it, you're like, okay, this is it's actually it can hold its own salt. But like I said, it's not for the like. If you have any sort of like sensitivity issues, like i.e. you get offended when I say suck a dick, or when I tell you to go fuck yourself, or I make a comment about a honky, or when I make a comment about any other fucking race. If you have issues with that and you don't see then don't read Crossed. You need to probably read something a little tamer, like not comics, because actually most fucking comics
are really pushing limits. Yeah,
even vanilla ass companies like Marvel and DC, they still push limits with certain things. Like there's a black Batman. His name's Batwing, bro.
Yeah, I knew that. Didn't read.
Are you not offended by that?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Okay, never mind. I guess that's not pushing the envelope that much. I just thought white people, when the minute colored people encroach their shit, they get pretty vexed.
No, not me.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's Crossed. It's just fucked. Yeah, and in summary, my score there for Crossed
Right.
I'll give it 1 Islamic crescent, 1 Star of David, and a bunch of other pagan icons out of 5. So
Works. That works. That's a good review.
I
That's a good
got
score.
it crossed.
Yeah.
Deep on. That's an Inception moment right there, man. You know what an Inception moment is?
Yes, I know what an Inception moment. A thing within a thing within a thing.
That's what you want to think it is.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell
Okay.
you the truth behind Inception. Inception moments is really just things you can't really explain, nor can someone comprehend. So there's zero way of anyone figuring out what's going on, and you just say it's an Inception moment.
Okay, that works too.
Pretty much, because all that fucking movie was just this happening. I'm in your mind. I'm in your other mind's mind. I'm in your mind's mind. I'm in your butthole. Incepticize. Fuck Stephen Harper, you're a piece of shit. You don't represent me. Any American watching that, I want you to know Stephen Harper don't represent Ock. He's a fucking fuckboy, man. There's no difference between him and a street thug, man. Fuck you, Stephen Harper, punk ass bitch. Actually, except the street thug, I'll see that motherfucker coming. But Stephen Harper, I won't see that fucking dude coming because he's a fucking ninja, man. Communist ninja. Communist ninja trained by Satan, teaming up with the fucking queen. Suck mad dick.
Unless.
I guess we're getting this sign.
Or we're getting the wrap up.
I think this means wrap it up. but
Really?
Other places it means spool it up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look
What?
at all
I
the
got
very
40
top
minutes. I got to edit it to 20 minutes. My job's so fucking difficult. Like half of it you're gonna cut anyways because you suck this fuck anyhow, man.
All right,
Fuck
guys.
this noise, man.
Thank you very much for watching Hydra's Teeth. We'll see you next time.
The world's a dangerous fucking place.